Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. New Curse of Oak Island leak. Men in suits arrive. Why? Curse of Oak Island gets some hints about what's happening in between seasons because a blogger who lives in Nova Scotia pays attention. Already, it was confirmed that Season 12 is going ahead with filming. More news arrived, and this week, some men in suits visited the exploration site of Rick and Marty Lagina. Curse of Oak Island ramping up so far. Some leaks included the fact that heavy machinery was arriving on the island. A huge pump suggested that the History Channel show might pick up where it left off in Season 11. Remember, they went and drilled a new location, but in their last-ditch effort before winter, it was not a happy ending. Curse of Oak Island leader Rick Lagina was very sad and upset when the new site just contained a lot of flooding. However, he vowed to return and continue the quest. Soon as the weather improved, things started happening, and on the causeway, traffic picked up. The personal blog about the History Channel show is a mine of information in between seasons. New leaks this week revealed that buses and cars arrived crossing the causeway with people wearing suits. Of course, there must be a very good reason for that. Are they perhaps investors? Or did Rick and Marty Lagin's team find something interesting? In the comments, speculation arose as fans of the History Channel tried to figure out what was going on. Here are some of their ideas. My guess is that it was Canadian premiers who are meeting in Halifax this week, so it may have been a side visit. The Canadian Revenue Service come to discuss tax treatment of treasure. Oak Island, Wedding Edition, the 7-year itch of Oak Island. What they're doing on the island? Very interesting photos and the update. Government officials maybe? Wonder if they found something huge of interest? Investors. Oak Island, a small and seemingly insignificant speck of land off the coast of Nova Scotia, has long held the world in thrall. For centuries, it has whispered its secrets to those brave or foolish enough to seek them, and its tantalizing mysteries have drawn treasure hunters, historians, and dreamers from all corners of the globe. Among these are Rick and Marty Lagina, the modern-day adventurers who, for over a decade, have tirelessly pursued the enigmatic riches purportedly buried beneath the island's surface on the hit show, The Curse of Oak Island. Yet, as each new season draws closer, the murmurings around Oak Island grow louder, the whispers of secrets yet to be uncovered intensifying. And now, it seems, those whispers have been joined by something more ominous, a leak suggesting that men in suits, mysterious and well-funded, have arrived on Oak Island. But who are they? What do they want? And why now? The arrival, a strange sighting. It began like any other day on the island, with the usual bustle of the treasure-hunting crew, digging, probing, scanning the earth and waters for clues. But that day, something was different. As the crew prepared to lower a massive caisson into one of the search areas, a convoy of sleek black SUVs appeared on the horizon. The vehicles slowly approached, their tinted windows concealing any hint of who might be inside. Rumors started spreading as the SUVs rolled up to the gates of the Oak Island compound. Who would need that many cars and why? Were they new investors? A government agency? Curious tourists with deep pockets? The answer seemed elusive until, finally, the doors opened. Out stepped a group of men in impeccably tailored suits, their faces stern and expressionless, eyes hidden behind dark sunglasses. To those familiar with Oak Island, the presence of such men was a stark contrast to the usual casual attire of the treasure hunters and workers. These men had the look of authority and power, as if they were more accustomed to boardrooms and high-level negotiations than muddy pits and rusty machinery. Theories begin to swirl. The crew and cast were just as puzzled as the fans of the show. Who were these newcomers? Marty and Rick, seasoned veterans of the island's mysteries, approached the men cautiously. After a hushed conversation that took place out of earshot, the brothers' expressions turned serious. The men in suits were not tourists, not government officials, but something else altogether. Immediately, theories began to swirl. Was this some covert governmental operation? A secretive society with designs on the treasure for their own purposes? Or perhaps, even worse, an organization aiming to shut down the dig for reasons known only to them? One theory gaining traction is that these men represent a private intelligence agency hired by a shadowy financier who has been watching the Oak Island treasure hunt closely. This unknown backer, some speculate, might have knowledge of something that even Rick and Marty do not. A deeper, darker secret hidden beneath the money pit, or in the unexplored caverns that lie beneath Oak Island's surface. A mysterious leak, the insiders claim. Just days after the men in suits were first spotted, an anonymous leak began circulating on the internet, claiming to have insider knowledge about the visitors. According to this source, the men are representatives of a highly secretive organization known as the Guardians of the Lost. This group, according to the leak, has connections to international banking conglomerates, wealthy old money families, and clandestine operations that span continents. Their mission? To protect, or perhaps claim, treasures of immense historical value, treasures that have the potential to alter world history as we know it. The leak goes on to suggest that the organization has been monitoring Oak Island for decades, biding its time, waiting for the right moment to intervene. Could it be that the Lagina brothers' efforts have finally reached a tipping point? That they've gotten too close to something that was meant to stay buried forever? Hidden agendas and shadowy deals. There are whispers of ancient maps, lost documents, and cryptic symbols that point to a treasure far more significant than gold coins or jewels. Perhaps a treasure of knowledge or sacred artifacts with the power to reshape historical narratives. Could it be that these men are here to broker a deal, to claim what they believe is rightfully theirs, or to suppress the truth for reasons unknown? Some locals speculate that the men in suits are here to enforce an old agreement, a pact made long ago between those who first buried the treasure and a secret order sworn to protect it. According to local legend, the island is cursed not because of the treasure it hides, but because of a broken promise, a betrayal that has festered through the centuries. Perhaps these men have come to ensure that history does not repeat itself, that no more blood is spilled in pursuit of this elusive prize. The crew reacts. Tensions mount. Back on the island, tension is mounting. The usual camaraderie among the crew seems strained, and Marty and Rick are uncharacteristically tight-lipped about their mysterious visitors. They are seen more often in hushed conversations, glancing over their shoulders as if suddenly aware of unseen eyes watching them. There are reports that some areas of the island have been cordoned off, with only a select few granted access. Even the filming crew has been restricted from certain zones, their cameras turned away. The men in suits have taken up a quiet vigil near the money pit, their presence a constant, unnerving reminder of the unknown forces now at play. And then, without warning, they are gone, just as mysteriously as they arrived. No explanations, no goodbyes. The black SUVs disappeared down the same road they came from, leaving behind more questions than answers. Unraveling the clues. What comes next? Speculation runs wild, both on the island and among the show's global fan base. Was this a warning, a negotiation, a threat, or something else entirely? The producers of The Curse of Oak Island have remained tight-lipped, refusing to comment on the nature of these unexpected visitors. For Rick and Marty, it's another twist in a journey that has seen its fair share of surprises. But this one feels different, more urgent, more dangerous. Have they come too close to a truth that was meant to stay hidden? Or is this just another layer in the puzzle that is Oak Island?